Good. Are we ready? Good afternoon, grade ones. Welcome to your English class. My name is Ankie Kotze, and I will be your teacher for English. I am so happy to be with all of you today. You can call me Miss Ankie or Teacher Ankie, whichever one you prefer. On this slide, you can see all the ways you can reach me. If you or your parents maybe have a question or need help, or just want to make contact with me, there is the places you can do that. You can see I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Gmail, whatever you like. I would love to get to know you. Okay, let's go. Today, we will just do a short revision of the work you already did in term 1. These are the lessons and the sentences you are supposed to be reading by now. We are going to walk through them. There we go. We're going to check the sounds you learned, the reading you did. Then we will see what we will do tomorrow. And at the end, we will have a quick word about homework. Here we go. Let's take a look at the sounds that you already learned in term 1. And all of this you can get on the website for the Department of Basic Education. You can download the workbook there. If your school didn't supply you, you can follow in there as well. So first up, we have the letter S. It makes a S sound. S, like in snake. You can see here on the slide, we start at the top right when we write it, and all in one action, we go down to the tail of the snake. The capital letter, as well as the small letter, both of them look the same. We are just writing it in a different size. So if we have a look here at our poster, you will see there's a lot of pictures that has this as a beginning sound. Let's read the pictures. The first one, stars. You will see stars. Starts with a S and ends with a S. We also have the sun. And we have a little snake here. Some more pictures for words starting with a S sound. I'm sure you know what that is. Socks. Socks also start with this, end with this. Next one. Snail. Snail. Saw. Saw. Last one. Scissors. Scissors. Also start with this, end with S. The next sound you should know by now is the A. A for apple. A for apple. You will see we also start the A for apple at the top right corner. And we make first a K for cat. Then we go up to touch the line and down. Let's look at our poster for the A. Look at here, look here. Ants starts with the A. Apple starts with an A. Ambulance. All of them starts with an A. I have a couple more pictures for you. Let's see. There's an axe. We chop wood with an axe. And an astronaut. People who work in space, travel in space. We call them astronauts. Now, sometimes the A may sound a bit different. It might sound like an A, like in alien, or it also can sound like angel. So the A for apple makes sometimes an A sound. Next up, we've got the T. 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 You'll see it looks like the handle of an umbrella, if you look nicely here. And we have to use two actions when we write it. First, we put the little handle down of the T, and then afterwards, we cross it. T. Please remember, grade ones, you don't need to be able to write the capital letters at this stage. But when you practice all these small letters. That's what we need to do. Let's take a look at our poster for the letter T. There we can see a lot of things happening. T for T, T for tractor, also T for tortoise. There's our tractor again. And a tent. Tent is interesting because it starts with the letter T and it ends with the T. Tent. Tennis. Tennis. Played with a racket and a ball between two people. Tennis. And of course the number 10. All of these things starts with a T. Now we can move on to the P. It's making a P sound. P. P. First, the downward line for P with the tail hanging down. Then we come straight back up the same way and we put a little head on. So the P has got two actions. We go down, down, down with the tail, up the same way until we reach the top. Then we add a little head, the P sound. There we go. Words that starts with a P. P for pencil. P for pig. And the last one, P for pumpkin. Let's find some more. I'm sure you know what that is. Paint. Paint. Puppy. A little baby dog. It's called a puppy. We can find the P sound 3 times in puppy. Next up, we have a pot for cooking. And the last word for the letter P is a pen. We get a pencil, the one we can rub out when we make a mistake. We also have a pen. We also learned about the letter I. You will know the capital one. It's when you speak of yourself. The sound, that is the name, I. The sound it makes is an E sound. E. But most of the time, when we find this little sound in the middle of words, it makes an sound. I will show you some examples of that. So there is our E sounds. Insect, insect, ink, igloo. Like the letter, the sound A, this sound also have a lot of different ways to say it. Look at our next picture. Igloo. Igloo sounds like an E. But the next one, ice. Ice. Doesn't sound the same, but it is the same sound. Igloo, ice. Zip. Lots of us have these zips in our jackets or when you wear pants maybe. Zip. This is where the E sound sounds like an E. Also in milk, you will see the word written there. Again, the E sound is sounding like an E. So don't let this little fella catch you. Next up is the N. Now the N sound is easy. It looks like a little bunny who's jumping from hole to hole. If we put our fingers there at the number 1, we can say the little bunny fell out of the tree into a hole. But he discovered it's not his hole, so he's jumping up the same way until he lands into the next hole. There we go. Start at the top. Down, down, down. Oh no, it's not my hole. I'm jumping out. Words that starts with an N. Nest. Newspaper. And nurse. There's our nest again. This is a net for catching butterflies or fish when you are at the beach. Net. Nose. We all have one nose. And that is a needle. If you have a button that has fallen off, or maybe you fell and you tear your shirt or something, we use a needle with thread to patch up the hole. All right, what is next? Another bunny jump. Look here, the bunny jumps 2 times. 1, 2. Start at the top, fall down. No, it's not my home. No, it's not my home. Ah, I'm at the right place. Here are some pictures of words starting with money, mouse, and a monkey hanging from the branch, eating a banana. There's milk, mouse again, moon. Look at that moon. And mum, of course. Mum starts with a M and end with a M. Okay, let's just go through them again. D, 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 D for dog, D for donkey. Start at the corner here where the K and the A is starting. Right hand side, we go around, around, and around, up, up, up to the top line. We're adding a neck, come straight back down. D, D. D for duck, D for dog, D for dog. There's our little doggy again. Our dolly. And that's a door. All of us have doors somewhere. D for door. And our little fluffy duck is that. I'm sure you can find a lot of pictures or even draw your own to tell us about words starting with the D sound. Almost done. Oh, oh. Oh, also start at the right hand top and around. This is the easy letter to write. Just looks like a circle or a number 0. Oh, here is some pictures for words starting with an O. Ostrich. Orange. We must eat a lot of oranges in winter time to keep healthy. And also a little octopus. Octopus. It's got 8 arms. And he's playing with a ring. The ring is also round. It looks like an O. Ox. Lives on a farm. Oxygen is the air we breathe. The thing that keeps us alive. We all need oxygen. Oval. That is one of our shapes. Oval. Looks like an egg, the egg shape. It's an oval. And an oven. Now, please note that again here, the O is trying to trick us. Because when we say oval, it doesn't sound like an O. It sounds like an O. Also, when we say oven, oven, sometimes the O makes a different sound. Now, I think this is our last sound. It's the G, G, G for girl, G for gold, G for grass, the G. Now, the G sound, if you write it, you will see you will make a letter A, and you will just give it a little necky. There it is, the A sound. Sorry, it doesn't get a neck. This one gets a tail hanging down. Look at my first picture, gate. You see the G? It's got a tail hanging down. Next to it is a letter A. So if you are taking your finger and you close the little tail for the G, you will see you find the letter A there. So when we practice to write it, you will know it's just a letter A with a nice tail. Another word that starts with g is grasshopper. Grasshopper. And the grasshopper is sitting on the grass. The grass. There's another one, goat. G for goat. Gate again. There's our little girl and a gift. All of them starting with a G. Now, if you work through your book, your rainbow workbook from the education department, you will see that starting from, I think, week 3 or week 4, every week there is a sentence that we need to be able to read. These sentences is about the friends that we find in our workbook. So I'm going to read with you, and then I'm going to be quiet for a second or two so that you can also read them at home. So let's start. First one, Anne and Sam. Read it for me. Anne and Sam. Second sentence, Anne and Sam sit. Anne and Sam sit. Sentence number 3. Sam is hot and wet. Sam is hot and wet. Number 4. Pam helps Sam up. Pam helps Sam up. Number 5. Get up, Sam. Get up, Sam. Number 6. It is fun in the sun. It is fun in the sun. Next one. Anne has fun. Anne has fun. Number 8. This is my mum. This is my mum. Dad helps him. Dad helps him. It is hot. It is hot. Last one. I go home. I go home. So let's read them one more time. Anne and Sam. Anne and Sam sits. Sam is hot and wet. Pam helps Sam up. Get up, Sam. It is fun in the sun. Anne has fun. This is my mum. Dad helps him. It is hot. I go home. There you go, all done. So today we didn't learn a lot of new things. We just went through the sounds that you're supposed to learn. To know by now, you already learned them. We also have a look at your sentences that you should be able to read by now. So in tomorrow's lesson, we're going to have a beautiful picture, and we're going to talk about the picture, what we can see in there. We're also going to take just a quick look at our sounds and sentences again. I'm also going to introduce you to the at family, words that ends with an at sound at the end. We're going to learn how to write them, how to make sentences with them. Lastly, we are going to read a story together. Okay, let's take a quick look at homework. Now, guys, I also always tell my children that homework is very important. Why? Because your brain is like, your brain is like a parking lot. And all the stuff we learn every day, all the things we learn is like little cars that comes into your parking lot. But they cannot just run around and drive around and go wherever they please. They must come in and they must park there. Homework helps you to park the work you learn inside your brain. That's why it's always important to spend a few minutes every day just to go over what you have learned in class. So let's have a look at the homework I would like you to do if you can. And you are welcome to take pictures and send them to me if you want to. Let's see. I need you to practice your writing patterns. We need every day, there's 3 things we need to do. We need to write, we need to read, and we need to do some sums so that our minds can stay fresh. So I am giving you some nice patterns to practice. Look at that. Little froggy jump. And there's a zigzag for a birdie. And there's also a little fish making his own rectangle pattern here at the bottom. Then on the next page, there's a dolphin jumping out of the ocean, falling back, jumping out, falling back. Next one is a little shark, and at the bottom is Sammy Snake. You see that? All these patterns makes our fingers strong and help us to write neatly. I also need you to practice your letters. If you are not sure, go back, check the slides. Those, I think it is 8 letters that we reviewed from last term. You need to be able to write the small letters. So see if you can do that. And then just practice reading your sounds and your sentences. That's all for today. I have given you some links here where you can find the work that we are doing. Ask a parent or any other grown-up if you don't know how to help you to go to these places. You will find the workbook that we are working out. You can find it there and download it if you want. There's also most beautiful little stories. We're going to start reading one of the stories tomorrow that you can start. There's also support packages for you. There's a lot of stuff you can get when you go and visit these links. They will help you with your schoolwork. Okay, we are done. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Before you go, here's another look at where you can find me if you need me. I would love to get into contact with you, learn about you, see your work. So don't be shy, reach out. Have a lovely afternoon. Keep safe, keep warm, and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.